Alrighty, what do we have today? Adventures, exciting. I think one of the best expansions. I might have to walk back my claim that this is an exciting looking kingdom though, because I'm already noticing there are no villages. Add any village in this kingdom, I think plays super duper differently. But here we're constrained to exactly one terminal action card per turn. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terminal action cards to choose from. You can play as many artificers, guides, raises as you want. Which terminal do you play with? Certainly not this column. Wine Merchant and Miser are not necessarily very good. 5-2 seems like it's going to be good here. So Bridge Trolls in general very strong, but it gets a lot stronger when you can play multiples, which it's impossible to do here. You're playing at max 2 with them. There is some synergy between Bridge Troll and Artificer. Like if you have a Bridge Troll, if you have a bunch of Bridge Trolls in play, Artisan or Artificer just gains whatever you want for free. But here, if you have one Bridge Troll in play, Artificer can gain things by discarding one less card. If they were like a 2 or 3 cost card you really wanted to spam, that might be good. I think you probably want Raise for Thinning, but it's not like gaining a bunch of raises late in the game is any good. Also, by the time you have Bridge Troll in play, Raise starts to be bad, because Bridge Troll undermines the Raise effect by reducing the value of stuff it trashes. I don't really know. I don't think the Haunted Woods attack hurts too bad, because you can kill your estates. Might matter late in the game. I think the answer is you probably want a few Artificers. Like spamming Artificer doesn't sound amazing, just because if you're not using the discard effect, you're essentially paying 5 for a Peddler, which is not great value. But in situations where the discard effect matters enough here to warrant buying it. And then probably some combination of these 3 orange cards. Well, actually, these 4 orange cards is probably your terminal. You can see opening with Amulet. Hireling you can play once and not worry about it again. Do you want like a pair of Bridge Trolls, a pair of Haunted Woods? Maybe you set it up so you're like playing Haunted Woods every other turn, and on the opposite turn you're getting a new Hireling into play. I don't know. Maybe it's not super important that I decide that in advance. How do I open? Could do Scouting Party Amulet or Artificer Raise are the 2 things that jump out to me. I think Artificer Raise sounds pretty good, right? Oh, also relevant. Expedition could in theory be non-terminal draw. Like if you had the ability to just put money towards buying expeditions, you could draw your deck that way. But there's no non-terminal plus buy here. To get the buys needed to buy expedition, you'd have to play like Bridge Troll or Ranger and then buy it. And at that point, why aren't you just playing Haunted Woods if you really want to draw? Anyways, I think probably Artificer Raise. Seems like a pretty happy turn 3 draw, all things considered. Probably, so I could buy 5. I also have 2 estates down there though, so I'm kind of inclined to say top deck a Raise and buy Expedition. And now, play the Artificer first. I could pitch 1 card the Artificer draws, 2, 3, 4, 5, play the Raise, and play the 5 cost, whatever that may be. That sounds pretty good. I think it's better than the alternative line of play Raise, trash first, and then play Artificer and top deck something for next turn. Well, if I play Raise, trash an estate, draw a card first, I could gain a Hireling, which I play next turn. The upside of the Artificer line is I get it played this turn, which I think is enough upside to be worth doing this. I think probably Haunted Woods seems like the thing that I would want most immediately. At this point in the game, it could actually kind of hurt. Looks like the bot did, in fact, have an estate in hand. Okay. Once again, I don't have any terminal, but I could gain and play one here. Probably an amulet. I need to kill these coppers. Raise is okay at killing coppers. Amulet speeds it up a bit. Maybe the raises are enough. So if I play Artificer, I could gain and play a Hireling here, which sounds pretty nice, I think. At the cost of not trashing with one raise, which seems worth it. Very much playing these turns by ear. You pop the raise trying to find the Haunted Woods, which I think I'm very likely to find it if I'm willing to pop both raises to find it, which I probably am. Well, I was hoping not to have to do that, but I think it was worth it. I can regain raises off of Artificer if I really need to, which I probably do. Oh my, so much draw. Too much draw, some might say. Well, at this point, I'm going to have a terminal to play, so probably I want a second Artificer. Can't gain all too much of value here. There's nothing worth 4 that I desperately want. I could forego playing Raise to gain a Hireling, which I think is worth it. I should probably be thinning a little bit more, but gaining things and playing them immediately just looks so nice. And Raise trashing coppers looks kind of slow. Okay. What would I want most immediately? Probably payload in this position. I've already got a terminal to play. Let's gain that, draw that, decline, trash, Artificer. I like this alternating, like I have the one terminal I'm playing every turn, and on the opposite turn I get a Hireling down. At some point, probably those Hireling turns should transition to being Bridge Troll turns, I think, so that I can score more than... Oh, I don't even necessarily need Bridge Troll to do more than a single province per turn, because you have Artificer gains. But Bridge Troll is probably more efficient, I would think. I'm not even 100% sure that's true, but it's probably true. Anyways... can I afford to gain and play a Raise here? Discard 2 coppers, gain Raise, draw it, trash 2 more coppers. I'm still hitting 5, which is seems like a fine number to me. I'm overdrawing now, actually. Like those 6 durations are going to draw my deck, and then the Artificer is going to draw into an empty discard pile. Yep. Well, let's fix that real fast. Hireling. Well, if I'd found a Raise, I would have trashed a copper. But it seems the fates have decided it's province time. Province is a bad equivalent to copper here, since I can always discard it for value to Artificer. What's the bot doing? Bot's got Raise, Artificer, Hireling, Bridge Troll. All that seems pretty reasonable, I would think. Decline, decline. I say I definitely want to trash at least one of these, and maybe the second one gets discarded. We'll see. Okay, so this would be the time to do it. Bottom card, don't know what it is. Gonna guess copper. If I discard Province, Copper, Copper, Raise, I'm not gaining anything super appealing there. I could do Province, Copper, Raise, gain a silver, draw that. I don't really need a silver. I don't need to play the Raise actually at all, because like, consider 2 turns ago. Last time I had the Haunted Woods in play, I was drawing more than my deck. It's actually kind of bad if I don't have enough junk in the deck, because I can't make use of that extra draw to discard stuff to Artificer. So I definitely don't want to play the Raise. I'm discarding it for something. The question is, what is the something? Guide doesn't seem any good. Maybe it just is a silver. If I gain a silver, draw the silver. I don't know what a silver's doing for me. Nothing really. I kind of want to buy a Province. I'm not strictly locked into greening from here on out, but that seems to be the path I've charted for myself. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm going to say silver is worth gaining. It's not doing a whole lot. But I can gain a Bridge Troll next turn, and then maybe the extra payload makes a difference. Maybe I shouldn't have played that first Raise. That's probably the real answer. Is I should have just I don't know why I was so committed to that crashing. I think it was residual guilt from having not been very much early. But probably I should have just kept both Raises in hand, and I could have discarded more and gained something of a bit more value. Here, I think the answer is probably Bridge Troll, I think. Decline. Decline. Gonna pop this. Alright, let's see if I feel like playing this Raise. I have 4, 7, 9, 12 money? Yeah. So if I... What's the bottom card? The Province. So drawing with the Raise doesn't help me at all. Huh. Maybe it's just Province Duchy? Province Artificer? If I'm doing that, I can afford to trash. No, Province Artificer. So on this turn I can gain things a little bit extra cheaply because the Bridge Troll's in play, but I won't have as much draw to work with. The bot gained a Province off of Artificer. Big discard. Okay. Play 1 Artificer. Let's think. Don't think I care about playing the Raise. I could pop it just to draw a random card, but with Bridge Troll in play, it's just going to draw the top card of my deck. I won't get a choice. That's probably worth doing anyway. I don't think I ever intend to play it. It's unclear. If I save the Raise for the following turn, I can use it slightly more productively, popping it to search 1 extra card. But there's potentially value in finding an extra artificer this turn. I'm just going to kill it. Okay. What's the bottom card? Probably copper. I played 2 coppers last turn. Could it be an artificer? I should know this. Discarded a copper. Could that be this guy? I don't know. It might be an artificer, in which case I should draw it. It might also not be an artificer. I'm just going to play this last one. Okay, 'twas an artificer. Am I trying to do double province here? What's my goal? Double province seems like the most winning thing I could do. What does that take? 3, 6. The artificer alone will get me to 7 to buy 1. Can I then pitch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't do double province by artificer discard and also play my haunted woods, I don't think. I think I'm 1 coin or 1 draw short of it, however you think about it. Actually, that's not quite true. I could gain a copper here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. I'm not even sure that's the right line. Just the moment I thought, ooh, I could gain a copper, it became the right line. Oh, that's quite a hand. I enjoy scenarios where you can use Artificer's gain a copper feature productively. The entirely separate set of lines I could have considered and hadn't even thought about yet would have involved just trying to buy 2 provinces, like discard 2 provinces for a silver, draw that, and try to hit 14. I'm not sure if that was more viable. Didn't think about it. Gaining copper was certainly more appealing. So the bot has killed itself while I was talking. Perfectly reasonable resign. I don't think that was like an error or anything. There was no chance it was winning at this point. 3 terminals, I think, is a little bit... Obviously, the higher lane doesn't count once you get it in play. I think you'd rather just have 2 and play those more consistently. So probably slightly over terminaled. And you probably want more artificers. That being said, I recall having quite fortunate draws, I believe, early on. If I want to go back and look. 5-2, I think, is got to be the better split. And then finding Raise plus Artificer turn 3. Then the Artificer again, turn 4, Raise again, Haunted Woods. Just like my early shuffles were lining up kind of perfectly. So I have to imagine the bot was in dire straits from the get-go. Overall, its deck seemed pretty reasonable. I think probably with minor modifications. And probably the main place it's losing here is just worse early shuffles. Yeah, looks like... What did it open with? Amulet Raise strikes me as a solid opening. I don't think the bot made any major errors here. I think the bot seemed to do overall pretty fine, and have some... I don't even had bad shuffles necessarily. It just... I had great shuffles early on. As far as my deck, I think something in the gist of this has got to be right. I don't know, like, it could be 200 Woods, could be 2 Bridge Trolls. I split the difference. Why did I do that? I don't know. I like the idea of, for a while at least, playing like one of these and then playing Hireling. Given my shuffles, I think the Haunted Wood was definitely better early on. I wouldn't take an early Bridge Troll. But I think probably it was my fortunate luck in this game more so than any decision making that carried me to victory here.